Alright boys, what's happening? Welcome back to the channel. I have not said that for a while. It's been a while since I've uploaded, but F1 2021 is finally here. We're going to start again on the gaming channel with a My Team series. If you followed the channel towards the end of 2020, you know, we were doing that My Team series on F1 2020, the game. You know, we didn't really stick with it, Mr. Inconsistent King, yeah. But hopefully this year we do stick with it. You know, I'm loving the F1 at the minute in real life, as well as obviously the game. I've still been playing F1 2020, even though I haven't been uploading. I've been doing a player career mode on there. But today we're going to start up our My Team series and just see what this new game's about, man. I've not even played a game yet. It's actually just installed. I've not had any races, not had any driving experience on the game yet. So I'm looking forward to getting into it. You know, we're going to start off our team, create our car, things like that. And then after that, we're going to get into the first Grand Prix of the season, which, if they keep the original calendar, should be Australia. So yeah. Alright boys, so we just set up the settings there, yeah. Let's check out the assists for anyone who's interested. These are the assists that I do use on the game, you know. I fancy myself as a decent driver on this game, but I do use controller, and I feel like with a wheel and pedals I would be a lot better at the game, but you know, we use controller at the minute. I'm looking on getting a new setup and getting a wheel and pedals, but right now, you know, we have to use certain assists such as medium traction control. I just can't get with no traction control at all. I can't do it on controller, I swear to God. The inputs that you can put in on an analog stick compared to the wheel is just no good, bro, I swear to God. So we've also got manual suggested gear. Suggested gear just helps me a little bit, but I do drive manual on this game. You can see there we've got anti-lock brakes off as well, of course, and steering assist and things like that off. Apologies if you can hear a mad noise in the background right now. There's some work getting done by my estate, and there's some absolute mad noise that just happened outside. I don't even know what that was. Let's confirm those settings then and get into the game. Now, we did unlock these icons, My Team icons, because we did get the special edition of the game. So I had no idea what the icons were for, but clearly it's for My Team. I guess we can hire them as our teammates, maybe. You know, we may as well include it. You know, we've paid extra to get them and to get the game early, so we may as well include the icons. We've got our driver boys looking all swagged out in the white and the purple gear. Now, I did want to make the car white and purple, so it's funny that we've came into the game and they've gave us this suit and helmet combination with the white and purple on it, because, you know, it's going to fit our car very well when we do design our car. And just to mention before, when I said we'll have Australia in this video, it's actually Bahrain as the first Grand Prix in the calendar for this game. We do have 20 races on the calendar, and Australia is like race 19, I do believe, and then Abu Dhabi finishes it off. Obviously, I'm so used to starting the season off with Melbourne and then going through the rest of the calendar, but we've got Bahrain, which you'll find in this video. Let's sort out the team. We've got to do an engine and all stuff like that. So let's take a look at what we're going to do this year. Remember last year we started off the career mode picking the Honda power unit, but let's just have a look at the options. We are, of course, going to call the team Sasuke Racing, same as last year. Let's get into it. Let's check the engine. I feel like I'm going to go with Echo for the sponsor, you know, achieve 2 points finishes during a season. I don't think we're going to be anywhere near the points for this first season, but we get a nice little signing bonus there, 4.6 mil. Decent weekly income, you know, 263k, that's not too bad, but the goal is nearly 3 mil, or 4 mil, sorry. So if we hit that, you know, all we need is a lucky 2 safety cars, you know, so yeah. I swear this guy's a scouser, you know, the guy speaking and saying about getting the engine and stuff in. So the engines obviously look very matched. As in terms of these three on the side, you know, this Renault engine, I don't know who's going to pick the Renault engine with 82 performance. Now, on career mode last year, they did big up Renault. I don't know if anyone else noticed that or if it was just me. But in like Season 2 and Season 3 of your career mode, the Renaults would just win every single race. But we are not going to go for Renault. Ferrari have got the best engine here, or the most expensive. You know, the performance isn't there, but the durability is up there. And for me, I don't care about durability. I can't lie to you. Now, I am a Red Bull fan, so I do want to go for the Honda engine. But look at the Mercedes. You get 100k more for that 5 more performance. So, you know, it's only 100k for 5 performance. I don't care about durability. Never upgrade that on my R&D tree. So we're just going to take the Mercedes engine. 95 performance, we've got to. So we've got to pick our teammate here. They're obviously all stinkers. You know, I mean, Callum Illett's there, so I thought he'd be a decent little rating compared to 66. You know, we've got some of these other stinkers. You know, this is our teammate. It's not really going to matter because they're going to stink with us because the car stinks, you know what I mean? So whoever we get is not really going to make a difference. So we may as well save some money Go with Dan Ticktum. Terrible second name, by the way. I'm never going to say his name during a race because Ticktum that's terrible. But yeah, so he's 66 rated. So we may as well go for this guy because he's the cheapest one. You know, they're all 600k, these guys, yeah. He's the cheapest one, but he's the best rating, so we may as well take him. Let's confirm that there is Sasuke Racing. Let's get into it, boys. Come on. Now let's create the car. This is big. I wonder if they've got a pre-made white and purple car. Yeah, they do, but that looks absolutely terrible. That looks absolutely disgusting. Yeah, I'm definitely not going with that, bro. In fact, it's got the yellow on it, and you know I'm number 24 for Kobe, so it could be a Lakers themed, you know, but bro, it looks like a zebra, bro. I don't want to be racing down the streets of Bahrain and getting chased by zebra hunters, bro. Hey, look, bro, I think this car looks ugly as, yeah, but I don't want to waste any more time. I just want to race. I can't lie to you. We can change delivery through the season, I do believe. And you know, we're going to be in the cockpit anyway, so it doesn't really matter what the car looks like from the back, you know what I mean? The only person who's going to be looking at it from behind is fucking Nicholas Latifi, the stinker, and Mazepin, of course. So we're going to accept that as the car, even though it looks ugly as. Don't tell me in the comments, because I know it looks ugly. But, you know, we wanted that white and purple. We've got the white and purple. I'm going to copy the same badge that I had last year as well, because I liked it, so there's our badge done there. The red doesn't go with the purple and the white, but, you know, it's our badge from last year. I want to keep it, bring it through into the new season. Oh, shit, what have I done there? Oh, shit, what the fuck? Oh, shit. Oh, no. Oh, I've absolutely ruined it, boys. I've completely spun the thing. Yeah, there we go. Hey, we're all good now. Or are we? Is that straight? Hey, that doesn't look straight to me, you know. That doesn't either. Ah, boys, I've ruined it. We're going to have a wonky badge all season. See, in my head, yeah, this, like, purple and white image was going to look sick on the screen. I was going to throw these man in the thumbnail, but look at the state of this. I shouldn't have made the badge red. The badge just doesn't go with the background as well, because the background's purple, obviously, for the team. Should not have made the badge red. And the uniforms do look absolutely weird, bro. I swear, like, but, you know, we're going to advance anyway. I just want to race now. Can we just race? I've not even had a race on the game yet. And I've spent, like, the last half hour making me team. It's been 30 minutes and I've done nothing. Can we just race?
Hello, folks, and welcome to this, a very special edition of Paddock Pass. As you can see, there's no pit lane behind me, and as you can hear, no roar of engines, and that's because they've set me free from the F1 paddock to escape here to the countryside and to the headquarters of Formula One's newest team. Now, it's not every day we get to pull back the curtain and look behind the scenes at an F1 team. Rarer still that we get to talk not only to the team owner, but also the team's lead driver. But what makes this place extra special is that the owner and lead driver are one and the same person. Now, it's been an interesting 12 months, and we all know a number of the regulation changes which were due to come into effect this year have been delayed until next. Some, though, are still seeing the light of day, amongst them the all-important budget cap, which gives some of the smaller teams a little further down the order, potentially, the opportunity to compete with the bigger teams. Good for them, but great for us as viewers. But what does our new team owner think about these new rules? Do they see them as a challenge, a hurdle that needs to be overcome? Perhaps they see them as an opportunity to disrupt the status quo, a chance to come out swinging and to carve their name into Formula One history. Well, I had the opportunity to ask them these very questions just earlier today, and here's what they had to say.
Oh my god, look at the state of my character there, bro. That polo is a howler. What even is he wearing there? Yeah, I need to change that badge and stuff. I'll do that off camera. Oh my god, why does he give us an essay to read here, bro? See, like, that one at the bottom is too long to read. There we go, let's just pick that one. It's about the team. I don't even know if these make a difference about anything. So I think right here, the option that you pick in the, like, little pre-match interview things, yeah, these little questions here, I believe it sets up your car for the season. So, like, right here, like, you can choose the balance for the chassis, responsiveness and stuff, and traction out of corners. I'm going to pick that because, you know, traction out of corners is very important on this game, otherwise you're just going to spin. I'm not too sure if it does make a difference. Oh no, there we go, yeah. Your aero department will notice that. So it does affect how your car is developed. Again, so we've got reduced drag, weight reduction, that one you just do nothing, I guess. And then, let's see, the power unit. You know what, let's choose the power unit, bro, because I want a big-ass engine, you get me? Oh, do we want to go for the aerodynamics or do we want to go for the power units? I said I want a big engine, but I do love a car, that's aerodynamically developed, bro. We're going to choose this top one because it gives us top speed, and through corners is going to help as well. And obviously corners are the hardest part about this game. Oh, so we've actually got to pick one here. So power unit, aero, or chassis. Now, chassis, I feel like, and durability, I just hardly ever touch compared to the aero and the power unit. We are going to be towards the backfield. So I don't really think it'll matter which one we choose. I'm just going to choose the power unit, bro, because, if you've got that power, then, you can beat the motherfuckers with no power, you get me? So, you need to take that polo shirt off ASAP, bro. I swear to God, that's a howler. He looks high there as well. My character looks high, bro, I swear. Don't know what they're baking off in the team headquarters. Okay, so let's check out the trees. It looks basically the same as last year. Yeah, that's literally the exact same screen as last year, but we've got a different little menu on the front, different little icons for the powertrain and stuff. Let's check the R&D tree. It should show us like the standings on where we are in the thing. So we're actually above AlphaTauri. That's crazy, bro. So we're above Williams, Haas, Alfa Romeo. That was to be expected or thereabouts. But we're actually above AlphaTauri as well and just behind Alpine. So maybe we'll be battling in that like rear midfield and not towards the back of the thing, which is what you absolutely love to see. And whoa, what's going on here, bro? Okay, so I understand it now, bro. Hey, that took me a second to clock there what's going on, because obviously I'm used to the R&D tree from last year. So the R&D tree from last year, let's take aero for example. We had drag reduction down the middle, and then on the left you had front downforce, and on the right you had rear downforce, but it was set out as a tree. And it's the same thing here, but obviously you've got to turn your head sideways. You can see at the bottom here we've got rear downforce, and that'll be all the upgrades for that. And then the middle we've got front downforce and then drag at the top. So it basically is the tree. They've just split it up into layers rather than an actual tree itself. So we've got 1,000 points here that we can do some upgrades. Now, I hope this video isn't going to be too long. It is the start of a new F1 game, so of course we are excited. It's probably going to be a longer episode anyway because we have to do the little team creation at the start. But I don't want to waste too much time. Like I said, I want to get to the race in this video. So we're going to hop into the R&D tree one more time again and just take a look at what we can spend these 1,000 points on real quick. You says you've got drag reduction. I do want to focus on getting the downforce up in the car. So I'm going to do this main front wing flap for 40% chance of failure, bro. Hey, that's wild. And we won't even get it till after the Bahrain Grand Prix. But we're going to do it anyway. Spain second on the calendar. I'll have to take a look at this calendar, because I can see there on the right, we've got Bahrain and then Spain straight after. Yeah, I want to take a look at these, the icons, bro. They'll be on the market now, obviously. So we've got Schumacher. Michael Schumacher, one rating lower than Hamilton. That is a controversial rating. Senna there as well. So obviously these guys are 12 mil, so there's no point in them even being in the game because we're not going to be able to afford them until like way later in the season, if even that. David Coulthard and Felipe Massa down here, they're even 4 mil, so obviously nowhere near those type guys there. Let's have a look at who else did we have. We've obviously got Jenson Button there as well, 90 rated, and Nico Rosberg, 89. I thought Nico Rosberg would be higher than 89, to be fair. We have just claimed this new livery from Codemasters. They just sent us this for playing F1 2020, and I like how it looks on the back, bro, so I'm going to quickly just change this up and make this our new car, bro. See, I'm fucking with that, that looks a lot better, I think, than the last one. We've just done that real quick. We're going to accept that as our new car and then go into the season with this right here rather than this one. Yeah, because that stinks, bro, compared to this. This looks sick. Let's go. Real quick as well, boys, we've just changed the helmet there, we've changed the suit, and we've changed the gloves. We got a little pack through there from Codemasters, the same as the livery, so we're just matching the car now. And I do like the look of it a lot better than what we had before. So, with that being said, let's get through the calendar, bro. Let's get through all of the BS on the timeline here and get to the Bahrain Grand Prix. Hopefully this video isn't too long and I can include the race in this video. But, yeah. There we have our sexy little car that we're taking into the season. We're going to call it the S1 because it's the first car, so it's the S1 there we go. Looking forward to getting into the race, man. I'm looking forward to getting into the game. I've not, like I've mentioned about 3 times in this video already, because I'm just stalling waiting for the calendar to progress. I've not played a race on this game yet, so I'm dying to get into one and just see how the game goes and how it handles and stuff like that, bro. See how different it is to last year. We do actually have 2 mil in the bank as well, bro, so I'm going to run into the dynamics place here, yeah. Aerodynamics, sorry, and reduce the failure chance, because that will just save us a lot of resource points going forward through the season. And resource points are quite hard to come by, I do think. But with that being said, finally we've got a race weekend. Let's get into it. Bahrain International Circuit. Yeah, I do actually quite like this circuit, but there's a lot of corners that I do tend to lock up on, so I expect to see a lot of lockups through this race and through this weekend.
Hey, welcome to the team. Good to finally meet you. I'm Max. I'm the head of R&D here. I've been following your career closely.
Max? What happened to Jeff, bro?
I think we're going to get on great.
Hey, this Max sounds like a scouser as well. If anyone knows who he is, let me know in the comments, innit?
Look into R&D upgrades and much more.
Can I not skip to qualifying? Oh no, Codemasters, don't do that, bro. I don't want to go through practice. Come on, let me skip to qualifying. Oh, we've got Jeff back, boys. So Jeff's our race engineer then. Yeah, I swear down, Jeff was our engineer and our R&D guy last year on the last game. But obviously this year we've got Max as our R&D development guy, and then Jeff is our engineer. Alright boys, here we are in qualifying for the Bahrain Grand Prix. Now if you do want to see the setup that we are going to use for this race, I'll put it on the screen now. Obviously no fuel, or as little fuel as we can for that reduced weight to get the fastest speed in quali. We do have 3.7 on the aero on the front and rear wings, 55 on the on-throttle diff and 65 on the off. I won't read all the numbers, bro. You can see them on the screen now. There's the suspension geometry. Feel free to pause and copy if you do want to. There is the suspension as well. The brakes 90, 54, and the tyres we keep fairly in the middle there, but obviously reduce the rear tyre pressures, give us a bit more traction coming out of the corners. So yeah, that is the setup. Now let's get into our flying lap. Like, it is full quali, so we do have the usual Q1, Q2, Q3. I'm not too sure where we are going to end up. I'm not sure what the pace is of our car compared to the rest of the field. We should be above the back 3 teams and AlphaTauri according to the performance chart. So let's just see where we end up after this Q1. So we set at 129.9 on our first lap there. I'm going to advance through the session a little bit and see what other times people are putting up. Hamilton's just put up a 128.5. So we're going to return to the garage now and just advance a little bit, see if we need to go again or not. And Jeff is so loud, people. I don't know how loud it's going to be in the video, but every time Jeff speaks to me in the headset, he's so loud, bro. I swear to God, I nearly lose my ear every time he speaks. We're going to switch to the other soft tyres. We're in P9 at the moment. Good company, you know, in the top 10. Let's see, Kimi Räikkönen up in P11 and George Russell in P12. So we are looking to hopefully stay above these guys right here. We're above Alonso in the Alpine as well, which is a good result for us if it stays that way, of course. But we probably will have to go again here. We're in P13 at the moment. Let's see, we've got the 2 Alpines behind us actually, and obviously the split times there, we are quite far ahead actually in the split times, but I'm going to go again just in case, try and secure that top 15 finish. You know, getting into Q2 in the first race of the season would be very nice. Where is our teammate as well? Down in P20, still above Latifi and Mazepin. Absolute stinkers down at the bottom there. So we're going to go again, hopefully set a faster lap if possible. I think there's definitely time to get out of that lap. I had a few little slips here and there, so let's try and set a faster lap. We get an alright exit out onto the straight, looking like we might be a little bit faster heading into turn 1 compared to our last lap break, just before the 100 metre down into second gear, trail brake, late apex on that corner there on the hairpin, flat out on the left, climb the gears, ride the curb as we go into turn 4 or 5, this next one, brake just before the curb, down into 3rd or 4th gear, try and get a nice exit, get a decent exit there, up into 6th gear for this fast right left. We set a purple sector 1, that is crazy. So we set a purple sector, boys, up into 7th, down into 2nd for this, again, like slow hairpin type turn as we climb the hill before the hardest corner of this track. Get a wide entry so we can brake in a straight line down into 1st gear for that extra rotation on the car. Short shift into 3rd as we hit the DRS zone onto the straight, and we are 6/10 up on our last lap. Braking just before the 50 metre board down into 4th gear, short shift into 5th, climb into 6th gear as we enter this fast right-hander here. Make sure not to lose the rear, very unstable on that corner there. Down into 4th, keep it nicely in track limits there. We've set a green middle sector there as well. We're on for a good lap here, boys. Brake at 100 metres down into 3rd gear, should have stayed in 4th. Bad exit on the final corner, but we hit the DRS zone and we are nearly 7/10 ahead, and we do set we go up into P7, so that's a fantastic lap right there, boys. That is a great lap. It felt good behind the controller, you know. We set a purple first sector as well, so that's what you love to see. That should keep us in you know, the race. That brings us into Q2 hopefully. Let's get to the garage and advance the rest of the session. That should put us in Q2. Now the AI difficulty, for anyone wondering, is 80, which is classed as expert level. That is just what I played on the last game. You know, I played on 80. I felt like that is like around my skill level, I guess. Yeah, so we do end up in the top 10 there, obviously. I don't know how to move down. It won't let me move down. I want to see where our teammate is. I want to see the rest of the grid, but it won't let me move down. There we go. So our teammate sadly finished P18, just outside. We should probably turn the difficulty up a few clicks as well. A way to measure the difficulty is see the split times between you and your teammate. But saying that though, the teammate's 66 rated, do you know what I mean? And I'm better than 66 rated, so obviously I'm going to be faster than our teammate. But to be faster than both Ferraris, that is mad, you know. We expected to be ahead of the Haas, the Williams, the Alfa, even the Aston Martin, but both Alpines down in P14 and 15. That is quite stinky for them. Seb Vettel down in P13 as well. But let's get into Q2. None of this matters right now until we get into Q2. I don't think we'll have the pace to get through into Q3, so we're just going to throw the soft tyres on and hope for the best. So that lap there takes us into P8 at the minute. Wasn't the best lap. I think that was faster than our lap in Q1, possibly. We are behind the AlphaTauri of Pierre Gasly, which suggests to me that there is definitely pace still to be found in this car. And we'll see what Yuki does in the other AlphaTauri car. Obviously, we're supposed to be ahead of those guys there. Again, miles ahead of Fernando Alonso there. Crazy. We've accelerated the time a bit there, boys. We are in P10. Now, obviously, to get into Q3 on the first race of the season would be absolutely outrageous. But if you look at the cars behind us, you know, we are competing with these guys according to the performance standards, so it's not completely unrealistic, you know. But with that being said, let's go ahead and do another lap. We are on these old softs. In fact, we do have a faster set of softs here, just by a few thousand, so we're going to go with those there. Can we get a nice clean lap? There was one corner there that I did mess up on, so there's definitely pace to be found still. Hopefully we can get out before there's any traffic and get that flying lap in. 1 minute to go in the session here. This will be our last lap of the session, last lap of qualifying. Well, maybe not if we get into Q3, but who knows? Let's see. We're a bit slower coming out on the straight. Just before 100 down to second, you know the drill already. Trail brake. Oh, we've gone a bit too deep there. We have gone a bit too deep. That's going to cost us a lot of time. We're down 3/10 already. We've got a fast exit though. You can see the delta in the top right is getting close to being green. Oh, nearly lost the rear there. There's definitely still time we can make up in these last two sectors. Oh, a snap of oversteer there. That is going to cost us a little bit. We get a better exit out of that corner there. You know, we messed up on the last lap. You can see there we are now 2/10 up. This is looking good, boys. Touch wood. Oh, we messed up there. We messed up there. Big time. Messed up big time. That might cost us our whole lap there, boys. That might cost us our whole lap there, boys. Carlos Sainz is the guy who's putting us at risk. And we're slow out onto the straight. That's not good. We're not going to improve on our time. Oh no, we're not going to improve on our time. Where do we finish? Did Carlos Sainz beat us on the last lap of qualifying? Let's find out. What's it going to say? P10. Are we P10 or low? Moment of truth now, boys. Where do we finish? P10. Come on, boys. Q3. Get in. Hey, that's a fantastic result for us, you know. First race of the season. Like, I don't even think it's a difficulty thing, you know. I was going to say I need to up the difficulty, but you see Pierre Gasly in the AlphaTauri. P8, you know, and our car is pretty much level with the AlphaTauri according to the statistic thing, the board. But then you see Yuki down in P14 as well. Surprisingly, both Ferraris have been knocked out as well. I don't even think Leclerc, I know Leclerc's in P8, P7, sorry, so it is just Carlos Sainz. It seems the secondary driver for all of these teams are just not doing well. Both Alpines out as well, so it's looking like they're having a stinky season, which will be good for us. But, you know, Q3 in the first race of the season of a new team, like, I wouldn't have thought it, boys. I thought we were going to finish, like, P19 and have to race from the back of the pack, but I guess picking that Mercedes power unit helped us massively, you know, because that Mercedes engine is an absolute beast. And the car feels good at the moment, I can't even lie, it feels fun to drive. So, Q3, let's get in, flying lap. I'll probably just show the best lap. I'll probably end up doing two again, but I'll probably just show the best lap in the video. And then where we end up, I'm assuming we'll finish around P9, P10, depending on how fast Gasly is. So our first lap put us into P9. Like I said, me and Gasly will probably fight for this last place. We aren't that far away from Charles, to be fair, though. So we could catch the Ferrari of Charles Leclerc, which would be absolutely crazy if we could do that. We did set a purple sector 3. You know, very good lap from us to set a purple sector in our stinky little car. Significantly faster as well than the rest of the grid. Like even Hamilton, like we're 6/1000 is that? I don't even know what the decimal places are, bro. I can't lie to you. Danny Rick up in P4. Shout out to Daniel Ricciardo, you get me? But listen, we're going to go again and try and improve. Maybe beat Leclerc. P9, P8, P10. That's where we're looking. Unfortunately, boys, we couldn't improve on our time there. But I do believe that Daniel Ricciardo, he was up in P4. I think his track's been invalidated. He must have went over the track limits, because I think we finished P8 there, just unless Danny Rick set a faster lap. But afterwards, yeah, we do finish P8. We couldn't improve on our time. Neither could Pierre Gasly. He's down in the 130s still. But Daniel Ricciardo, who was up in P4, must have got done for track limits or something, bro, because he's down in P9 now behind us. So that's a fantastic result. You know, first race of the season, we're starting P8 on the grid. Who knows what's going to happen in the actual race? Lewis Hamilton and, you know, the Mercedes and the Red Bulls in the top 4. Who'd have thought it? Seb Vettel up in P6. Unfortunate for Danny Rick to be down in P9. But, you know, it'll make a very good battle in the race, I'm sure. We seem to be very similar pace. Look at the difference between us and Leclerc right there. We're going to be racing against Leclerc all race and trying to keep Danny Rick behind us at the same time. So it's going to be a fun race, boys.
No more testing, no more practice. This is the real deal. And it's make or break here at round 1 of this year's Formula One World Championship. We go racing today around 3.36 miles of the magnificent Bahrain International Circuit, with 15 corners and 2 good passing opportunities into turns 1 and 4. Keep an eye out for drivers locking the front left tyre into the tricky braking zone of turn 10. A new season then, a clean slate where anything could happen. Anthony Davidson is with me today as we get another year of Formula One underway.
We're into those tense few minutes before the first race then. Everyone's a little bit nervous about reliability. They haven't been running in the hot, turbulent wake of other cars in practice. They've not been pushing at 100% for long durations. Let's hope no one has to deal with any nasty surprises.
With the race minutes away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, edging out Sergio Perez, who lines up P2. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Bottas, Verstappen, Lando Norris and Vettel, Leclerc, the owner driver, Ricciardo and Pierre Gasly, Sainz, Stroll, Fernando Alonso and Tsunoda, Raikkonen, Ocon, Mick Schumacher and Daniel Ticktum, Giovinazzi, Russell, Mazepin and Nicholas Latifi. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
Alright people, here we go. 5 red lights. And as we wait for the red lights to drop, it's lights out and away we go on the first race of the season. We get off to a good start there. So does Vettel in front of us, to be fair, but Lando Norris on the left of us. A very, very slow start off the line for Lando as we take the outside route there. Vettel going for a dive bomb down the middle on Valtteri Bottas. He gets a slow exit on turn 1 there, does Sebastian Vettel. So we're on his arse. Pause. We are going to overtake Vettel on the straight here. We just have so much speed in a straight line, and we are now right behind the 2 Mercedes and the 2 Red Bulls, boys. We're up to P5. What a fantastic start that is. And Bottas and Hamilton are racing wheel to wheel for like half the first lap. It was so mad to watch this from behind them two there. But absolutely great battle by the 2 best drivers on the grid, arguably. Very arguably, actually, because Bottas is not better than Max Verstappen. I don't know why I said that, but you can see there Bottas does just edge ahead of Hamilton, whether Hamilton yielded or if he just had the better line. I almost lose the rear of the car there going into turn 10. Turn 10 at Bahrain is my worst nightmare like I've ever had. It's such a difficult corner for me to take, and you can see there Sebastian Vettel is on our arse. Let's just get a replay of the start there. You can see us very nice off the line, and you'll be able to see Lando Norris, just how slow he was getting off there. I think it's Charles Leclerc behind Norris, and he gets a great start and tries to go to the outside, which pushes the AlphaTauri of Pierre Gasly wide. I do believe Gasly picked up some damage early on in the race, because I do believe he dropped back a bit. You might see it in the replay a bit later on, or right there actually, yeah. Whether he just had a snap of oversteer or something there, but he did drop down the grid quite a lot compared to where he started, and we just had an absolutely flying start, getting the slipstream of the Mercedes as well, and just beating Vettel for track position. So we are in P5 currently at lap 3, so it's a great position to be, obviously, with the first race of the season. Sebastian Vettel, he's fighting for that place back, but I am a very good defensive driver on this game, and by that I mean if you try and overtake me, there's a 90% chance I will destroy your front wing. So don't even try to overtake me on this game, I swear. But yeah, our car was absolutely shaking everywhere. I can't lie, people. We had an absolutely shaky warrior of a car. We did do like 3 or 4 laps on the same set of soft tyres in qualifying. which obviously you had to start the race in, and you can see there a yellow flag comes out, and I believe that was Sebastian Vettel. We pushed off the track there because, you know, don't try and overtake me, I said. Look here, well, that wasn't even my fault, that was Seb. I don't know what Seb was thinking, but obviously he's picked up some front wing damage there. But yeah, like I was saying, the tyres were absolutely gone, boys. We'd done about 4 laps and we were on like 45% tyre wear already because we did so many laps in qualifying, just to try and secure those laps. And to be honest, we didn't even need to put that much stress on the tyres in quali, so that's something to note going forward. But yeah, we were sliding all over the place, and I thought, like, what's going on? It's so early in the race. But then I did check the tyres and thought, yeah. So we did end up pitting a lap earlier than we were going to. We had like 60% tyre wear on the rear left tyre or something like that, so we just had to pit. And this turn 10 with bad tyres, you can see there, we nearly absolutely spin everywhere. Like, I was losing so much time just through turn 10 alone. You can see Lando there caught up to us, driving past us as if he's chasing the robbers who took his watch at Wembley at the weekend. And, you know, I tried to take the outside there. I thought I was going to get a good exit on the corner, but Lando just had the better racing line, and he takes the overtake there on us very easily. Obviously, that McLaren is an absolute beast this year, and Lando Norris is a great driver, so it was a good overtake, you know, and you just got to respect overtakes like that and think, yeah, you can see in the bottom right there, the tyre wear, like that rear left for some reason was just so battered compared to even like the front right. Like the front right was the least battered tyre, I do believe. But I do believe that we do pit right here on lap 5. So this is our first stop. You can see there the back tyre is absolutely gone, boys. I was sliding everywhere. I felt like I was driving on ice. I can't even lie. Like, it was absolutely ridiculous. So we are the first car on the track to pit, I do believe. I might have made that up. I think Vettel might have pit early on with that front wing damage that he got from smacking into the back of us. And our team gives us a 3-second pit stop. Now, somebody needs to get sacked. Somebody needs to get fired for that, because I'm not having that 3-second pit stop, bro. And Red Bull are pulling out 1.9. Like, come on. Like, even when I pulled up in there, I was like, these man don't look ready. And we get a nice little spin there, because, you know, the pit exit on this game on Bahrain is ridiculous, bro. Like, if you've got pit assist on, you can't tell when they're going to let you drive and when, you know, when the game's driving for you. So it guides you halfway, and then you've just got to do it yourself. So we get a lovely camera angle here. A sick Fast and Furious type drift right there. Like, it actually looks sick on this camera angle. Fast and Furious type drift, like I say, very family friendly. Dominic Toretto would be proud of that one, and he'd probably show the family that one as well, because that was very family friendly, that pit right there. But a few laps later, other people start pitting. We come out in front of Daniel Ricciardo. Oh well, Daniel Ricciardo comes out behind us, I should say, and Pierre Gasly has pit as well. Not too sure if that damage he picked up on lap 1 was significant enough to, you know, hinder his progress in this race or anything like that, or his speed. But we now have the McLaren of Ricciardo behind us, and we know the McLaren has pace because obviously Lando Norris overtook us earlier on. But I can see in the top left corner we have Nicholas Latifi and Antonio Giovinazzi in front of us. So you know what I'm thinking. I'm seeing blood. I'm seeing absolute overtake opportunities. 2 stinkiest drivers on the course as we go slow through turn 10 again, and Daniel Ricciardo tries to dive around the outside. But like I said, if you try and overtake me, I'm coming for that front wing, and Ricciardo gets pushed off the track there, has to drop back a little bit. I think this is a replay of that overtake attempt right there from Ricciardo, and just showing that I just get my elbows out and say, lad, if you want to overtake me, you're not doing it. You can see right into my driver's eyes there. That's a man who's saying, no, like, you can't overtake me without damaging your car, you know. So we do pick up a bit of damage ourselves, I do think. I think that was the corner where we did collide. I felt a little vibration on the controller, which is never a good thing on F1, I'll tell you that, because it either means you're about to spin out or you've lost a piece of your car. So anyway, coming through turn 1 of lap 8, we can see Latifi in front of us, and like I said, the stinkiest driver on the whole grid. So we are chasing down Latifi to try and get that overtake, and we see Lando Norris in front of him. So if we can get a nice slipstream DRS from Latifi, then we might be able to catch Lando. But we do have Ricciardo behind us as well, which we need to consider. So once we clear Latifi, we'll be in a McLaren sandwich, a bit like Zack Schneider's dinner. Sounds like a McLaren sandwich. But yeah, turn 10, my arch nemesis again. You can see Daniel Ricciardo was nearly going for an overtake on the inside there, decided against it because he thought, I don't want to pick up any more damage on my car trying to overtake this guy because he's an absolute loon. But we go late on the brakes and we get Latifi sleeping. We go a bit wide on the corner there, but we catch Latifi sleeping late on the brakes. You know how we do. Did I send it or did I didn't send it? You know what Carlos Sainz said, but we absolutely sent it. Full send as always, boys. Late on the brakes. You know the vibes already from last year's season. So we've got Norris in front of us now, but he's battling Giovinazzi. I really wanted to catch them before Norris got past Giovinazzi, but It was looking like Norris was just going to clear him and just go off into the distance. But, you know, the racing wheel to wheel right here. Giovinazzi's got a bad line going into turn 1, pushing Norris to the side there, but it looks like Norris actually got the better line and he's overtook Giovinazzi through turn 1, which has ruined Giovinazzi's line into turn 2 and 3. So then we go flying past Giovinazzi on the straight. I forget that the car has 8 gears and we stay in 7th gear for half the straight. We knocked Norris there, but we checked the front wing and there's no damage. Luckily, that could have been an absolute howler. But yeah, nice little overtake on Giovinazzi there, and we nearly go flying again into turn 10. I don't know what it was, boys. I just couldn't get the braking zone right. But there is a yellow flag there, and we see George Russell on fire. And I'm not just talking about in Saturday on a qualifying. You know, George Russell is Mr. Saturday, tends to be on fire on a Saturday, but his car was literally on fire, like Perez in Bahrain a few seasons ago. And we see George Russell is out of the session, so I'm just driving along thinking, can I clear Lando and Mazepin? Obviously is right in front of him. Can I clear them before the safety car comes in? Because F1 2020, if a car blew up like that, you know, it's a guaranteed safety car. I don't know about you, but on my career mode, like, people have pulled to the side of the road and it was a guaranteed safety car. I nearly had one every single race. But I'm just driving. We knocked Mazepin there. Didn't get any damage again, luckily. I don't know if that's the setting I've got on or whatever. But yeah, no safety car came out as we get sandwiched here. Lando lets us through very nicely. Otherwise, we would have been absolutely done for there. Because we would either going into a Russian on our right, like a hook that Rocky Balboa went into, or we were going straight into the back of Lando, which is a pause moment. But yeah, again, Lando tries to go for a move on us there, or we were just slow and he hits us, and I think he takes damage on the front wing there because he does seem to drop back a little bit. And I do pause it there and come straight back. On the game I came straight back, but in real life that was about 10-15 minutes, and I forgot where I was. So you see me there, I absolutely sent Lando to the shop. Threw him off the track because I paused it, came back to the game, didn't know where I was on the track. I went downstairs to get a drink, and I've just clocked we were in turn 10. So Lando's been pushed off there. Ricardo has collided with us. I think it was there that we picked up damage, and I'm not sure whether that came off our car or off Ricardo's. And again, he's hit us again. I don't know what he's doing. Like, maybe he's trying to get payback for Lando because we've just absolutely sent him to like, I don't even know, the Shadow Realm. But yeah, so Ricardo's just smacked us twice there. I don't know what he's thinking. You can see a replay of it now. Obviously on the replay, you won't see me pausing it, getting a drink and coming back. But you'll just see me going absolutely slow and sending Lando into the Shadow Realm. I don't even know where he went. He went off camera. That's how far wide he went. We're on the helicopter cam and he went off camera. So I hope Lando's okay. Hope he recovers. Down to P18. That's an absolute howler. And then you can see us and Ricardo. Obviously Ricardo's got that DRS, but our car is so fast in a straight line, boys. Like, it's probably that Mercedes engine that we got. Our speed in a straight line was absolutely ridiculous. You can see us there. And these camera angles are sick, by the way, so shout out to the F1 game. But yeah, Ricardo just hits us there. Again, that's not my fault. I've got the racing line, I'm in front. He's hit me from behind. It's his fault. You know, I'm never at fault for anything that ever happens in my life. I always blame it on other people. And you can see there again, somebody else going wide on us. I think it was Mick Schumacher. Don't try and overtake me in turn 10 because you're going to get sent to the Shadow Realm. Like, just keep that noted, anyone who ever races against me in Bahrain. Like, don't try and overtake me on turn 10. As we see, a yellow flag here, and I see Kimi Räikkönen parked at the side of the road, so I'm thinking, okay, Kimi's car must have blew up just like George Russell's. But look at this replay as we ride on board with Kimi, a veteran in the game, and he's dropped his car like an absolute fool. He's obviously just pressed the throttle too much. His front left has hooked that curb there as he's got on the throttle and he's spun. Not a mistake that you'd usually see from a veteran like Kimi Räikkönen. You know, it was a bit of a weird one. But we are up into P5. You know, like P5 in the first race of the season, boys. It's mad. And then we get a Lewis Hamilton DNF. Lewis Hamilton's out of the session. Let's see what's happened to him. Looks like he's just got engine failure or something and he's had to pull over to the side of the road. But again, this is like 2-3 scenarios. We should have seen a safety car or at least a virtual safety car, and we haven't. So I'm not sure what's up with this game. Another thing as well, it wouldn't let me change my fuel mix in game. You know, it wouldn't let me change to rich and lean fuel mix. It was stuck on standard for the whole race. As Carlos Sainz tries to overtake me in turn 10, gets bad traction coming out of the corner. He mustn't have heard the memo. He mustn't have got the memo. Don't overtake me in turn 10. It's not going to work. But yeah, like I was saying, the fuel mix wouldn't work, and I don't know why that was. It wouldn't let me go up or down. As our pit crew do a 2-second pit stop. Now that is something Red Bull, Aston Martin would be proud of. You know, well, obviously not Aston Martin anymore, but Red Bull Racing would be proud of, boys. We get a 2-second pit stop. They must have heard me say I'm about to fire someone. As we set a purple sector 3 on these new tyres, boys. And I think I've left the whole of this lap in for lap 19 because we set that purple sector 3 and I had a bit of momentum and I was feeling myself coming through this lap. So I thought, yeah, like, let's see what we can do here. Obviously, I couldn't change the fuel mix for some reason, which is massive in these races. If you don't change your fuel mix to lean for like slow corners and then up to rich for the fast areas of the track, then you are missing out. But we set a purple sector 1. So obviously I'm feeling myself. I don't even think the sector 1 was that good, but we set a purple. Maybe we're picking up a bit of a tow from Esteban Ocon. He's not that far ahead of us. Maybe he's cutting through the air for us, you know, and that's why we set the purple. But I'm looking to stay as close to Esteban as I can, trying to close down that range for the DRS. Obviously trying to just get that slipstream, get that tow through this lap, because I'm thinking purple sector 1, this could be good, because we set a purple sector 3 last lap as well. So as we come through one of my favourite corners on the calendar year, as you short shift into 5th and then go into 6th and 7th round the fast right hander, like if you've got the traction on that corner, it's so satisfying to take. But we set a green sector 2, which again, you know, you can see the split time now. We've almost made a second on Esteban Ocon just through the first 2 sectors of this track. Can we get DRS? No, we can't. We're 1/10 away from DRS on the home straight, but we do have a nice little tow over the line. We are less than 1 second now, so we'll have it in the next detection zone. And we set a purple sector 3 yet again and get the fastest lap of the race, boys. Now, isn't that mad? You know, we're in P8, first race of the season, P8. We've done 2 pit stops, 2-stop strategy, and we're in P8 and we've just got fastest lap of the race. That's a fantastic point to come home with. Or will something happen before the end of the race? You'll have to wait and see as we go late on the brakes there. Show Esteban Ocon who's boss, and it does. Out the way, Ocon, you absolute stinker. He's been in my fantasy team on F1 Fantasy for a few weeks and he's got me like minus 20 points. As we approach Fernando Alonso, you know, lap 23, we tell Alonso to stop the ducking because we can smell him like what the Rock is cooking. Sorry, I just had to get my battle rap bag there for a moment as we overtake Fernando Alonso, and that is in 2 clips. That's the 2 Alpines done, dusted, eaten, you know, scrammed out the way, like threw away the trash. But Alonso does have DRS down the home straight, so should I talk too soon as he comes up? We try a defensive manoeuvre there, probably a bit too late. If the FIA looked at that, they might say that's a bit of a dangerous move right there from us, as we pulled out a bit too late there. But we get the better traction through turn 1, the better racing line, and we fly ahead of Fernando Alonso. Let's see a replay of the overtake and of that defence right there. So we smell Alonso like what the Rock is cooking. I told him to stop the ducking as we overtake him there very nicely indeed. But obviously he does get the DRS. We get a nice line through there. This is lap 24 where he gets the DRS on us on the home straight. He pulls up alongside us. We do jump our car out a little bit, which you can't see actually on this replay right here. But again, he takes a bad line. I thought I left him enough room on the inside there, but it looks like he hit too much of the curb and just went a bit wobbly there. But you can see lap 29, last lap of the race, Valtteri Bottas, or Valtteri Fatas I should say, and Sergio Perez right after him sets fastest lap, so we lose our fastest lap point. I do believe we lost our fastest lap point 2 laps after we set it, but yeah, that's just confirmation again that we don't have fastest lap. As we come towards the line in P6, first race of the season, P6, Valtteri Bottas takes the W. He's so overpowered on the F1 games. I don't know why, because he's had a few stinky races in real life. You know, Hamilton is the GOAT. He should be miles better than Bottas, but obviously Hamilton's retired this race. But Bottas seems to be so good on this game all the time. But anyway, we cross the line, and that is P6. Not too shabby, a nice showing. You know, we got to Q3, first race of the season, and finished P6 in the race. Yuki Tsunoda picking up driver of the day. Now, something I noticed while I was editing this, you can't hear Jeff, the race engineer, and you can't hear like Anthony Davidson and Ted, I don't believe. Is it Ted? Not Ted Kravitz. What's his name, bro? Crofty. You can't hear Crofty and the other guys speaking, and you can't hear Jeff, the engineer. Jeff, the engineer, sounding like fumes from Plugged In. But yeah, I don't know why that is, and I don't know why I couldn't change my fuel mix either. A few little things that I need to tweak out and sort out for the next episode. Lovely to see that these men have had a year to change the victory celebrations and the champagne celebrations, and they haven't changed either of them. It's the exact same animation and celebration that you'll see in the last game. So if you were wondering that, yeah, they've put no work in. But let's take a look at the grid here, boys. We get Mercedes and Red Bull on the podium. Lance Stroll and Yuki Tsunoda in P4 and 5. Ridiculous drives from those two there. We get a nice little 2-place increase. Carlos Sainz, Fernando Alonso gaining a few places. Charles Leclerc, the only person in the top 10 to lose places. Esteban Ocon up 6. Pierre Gasly lost 1. I don't know what happened to Gasly in this race. Seb Vettel obviously lost a lot, but he did take damage against us. The 2 McLarens took damage against us as well. We are basically a stone cold killer on this game. You know, don't try and overtake me because you'll end up P12, 13 and 14. The 3 people who tried to overtake me ended up outside of the top 10. We did take 30k in damage deductions. Maybe that was from Vettel hitting us in the behind. I think it might have been from Ricardo though. But yeah. Overall, boys, if you've watched this far in the video, I appreciate you watching, you get me? Like, comment, share, subscribe. Should have said it at the start, but I always forget to. But yeah, good start to the season. We do have Spain next, one of my favourite tracks to drive on this game. Going to be very fun to try out in this car. We've got a few upgrades to come through before the Spanish Grand Prix. But yeah, man, other than that, that's going to be it for this video. If you did enjoy, like, comment, share, subscribe. You know the vibes, and I will catch you next time. Take it easy.